You know, have you ever felt like your singing voice is just fixed? Like some people are born with it and the rest of us, well, we're not? This quote right here, it's a total game changer. It's the key mindset shift that turns singing from some mysterious talent into a skill that you can actually build. And that is exactly what we are going to break down today. So this is the Worship Vocalist's Pyramid. We're going to use the simple visual to unpack a really powerful framework for improving your singing. We're going to build it from the ground up so you can lead with way more confidence, freedom, and honestly, a lot more impact. Okay, here's our roadmap. We'll start by totally reframing how you think about your voice. Then, we're going to build that physical foundation of posture and breath. After that, we'll power up your sound with support and resonance, polish it all up with clarity, and finally, we'll connect everything to the most important part, singing from the heart. First things first, let's just establish the core principle of this entire pyramid. It's a really simple but profound shift in how you think. Your voice isn't something you're stuck with. It's an instrument you can learn to play, and play well. I mean, think about it, right? A guitarist doesn't just show up on Sunday and hope for the best. No way. They practice scales, they work on chords, they drill their techniques. It is time we start treating our voice with that same level of detail, moving away from just showing up and singing to having focused, deliberate vocal practice. So, where does that practice even begin? Well, it starts right here, at the base of our pyramid. Just like a house, your voice needs a solid foundation to be strong and stable. And that foundation? It's built on two really simple physical things, your posture and your breath. This might seem almost too basic, but your voice is part of your body. If you're slouching, you're creating tension and literally restricting your airflow. So these 4 simple steps will align your whole body, freeing up your vocal instrument to work the way it's supposed to. Feet apart, stand straight, shoulders back, and just let your hands relax. That's it. It's that simple. Now for breathing. This is a big one. So many of us just default to this shallow chest breathing. You can see it when your shoulders rise up. That creates tension right where you don't want it. The goal is deep diaphragmatic breathing. Your diaphragm is a muscle just below your lungs. A great way to feel it is to put a hand on your stomach. It should push outward when you breathe in. This gives you a full controlled tank of air, and it's the absolute foundation for any kind of vocal power. With that solid foundation of posture and breath, we can move up to the next level, actually powering your sound. This is where we take all that air and we turn it into a strong, stable, and really pleasing tone using 2 key concepts, support and resonance. So what on earth is breath support? It sounds complicated, but it's really not. It's just using your core muscles to control how you release air. See, it's not about pushing more air out, but about managing the air you have. That control is what gives your voice stability and power, especially when you're going for those trickier, higher notes. You want to feel it for yourself? Try this right now. Imagine a friend is way across the field and you shout, "Hey," at them. That sudden tightening and engagement you feel in your core, that's it. That's the exact feeling you want to harness to support your notes when you sing. It's a perfect way to feel what we're talking about. Okay, now what's really interesting is how we can shape that supported sound. Your body has these natural amplifiers, or resonators. You can feel your deep chest voice by just saying a rich "yeah." You can find your light, floaty head voice by saying "moom" and feeling that little vibration between your eyebrows. And that bright, modern, contemporary sound, that's your pharyngeal resonance, and you can find it with a kind of bratty-sounding "nay." Learning to use all 3 is an absolute game changer. Okay, so you've built a foundation and you're powering your sound. Now it's time to refine it. Because, let's be real, a powerful voice isn't all that effective if the message isn't coming through clearly. This stage is all about the polish. Here is an incredibly simple but shockingly effective tip for instant clarity. On your open vowels, like ah or o, your mouth should be open about 2 fingers wide. Seriously, try it. It might feel a little weird at first, but it creates the space needed for the sound to come out clearly instead of being all muffled. And diction is just crucial. I mean, if the congregation can't understand the words, the meaning gets lost. So you have to be intentional. Over-articulate those consonants. Really chew your words. That means moving your lips and your jaw to fully form each sound. This gets your facial muscles working and makes you so much easier to understand. And remember, the goal isn't to sound cool, it's to be understood. Have you ever heard singing that just sounds kind of choppy and disconnected? That's usually a lack of connection, or what singers call legato. The trick here is to think of singing as connecting the vowels and letting the consonants just be these quick, crisp interruptions. So for a phrase like, great is your faithfulness, you'd connect it like, gratis your faithfulness. It creates that beautiful, smooth, connected line we all love to hear. Now let's talk about one of the biggest enemies of clarity and connection, oversinging. This is a super common pitfall for passionate worship leaders. In an effort to convey all that emotion, it's so easy to just get louder and push the voice, which only leads to strain. So the question is, how do you even know if you're doing it? Well, the solution is simple. The microphone is your friend, and so is the voice recorder on your phone. You just don't need to sing that loud. Record yourself, or hey, listen back to the church's live stream and just evaluate objectively. Does it sound pushed? Does it sound strained? That self-awareness is the absolute first step to fixing it. And here we are. We've reached the very top of the pyramid. We've built the foundation, we've powered the sound, we've refined it. But honestly, none of that matters without this final, most important piece. This is where all that technique finds its ultimate purpose. Wow. Just let that quote sink in for a second. It's powerful, right? It's a huge reminder that vocal technique is not the end goal, it's the vehicle. If the heart behind the song is missing, even the most technically perfect voice completely falls short of its real purpose in worship. So, here it is, the crucial point. Your heart posture is the main thing. Don't just sing the words, you have to mean them. Take time before you lead to really sit with the lyrics, to read them, to pray through them, to let them sink into your own heart. And all that technique we've been talking about, its real job is to get out of the way so that what's in your heart can be communicated clearly and without any distraction. And that leaves us with this one final question to really reflect on. Look at your own singing, at your own practice. Are you building a technique that mumbles or a technique that clarifies? Is your technique becoming a performance, or is it a tool that helps serve the ultimate message you're there to sing?